right hand.
That's not good health. That's not good health.
Go. 20 seconds.
So we're live here. We're going to try to dig into some of this mayhem surrounding the Minnesota race riot crap. Dante, second night of protest is underway. What does this Momo have to say? This mayor.
Going to protect that right, and at the same time, we're going to also work to protect the safety of our community. And so,
Beta.
We'll now open it up for questions.
Is it going to be sent over to the Hennepin County Attorney's Office for possible charges?
Homicide charges.
It's far too early to know which authority is going to be prosecuting, if there's their prosecution. So I don't know how that's going to play out. Unfortunately, the BCA normally is present here during these types of conferences. But what I've understood is the releasing of video this early in a situation is not something that they condone. They leave it up to me to do that. And as I decided to do that, they're not part of this conversation. They're not part of this press conference at this time.
Why did you decide to do this today?
I felt the community needed to know what happened. They needed to see it. I needed to be transparent. And I want to be forthright. I due respect to Dante as well.
Can you talk about what led to the traffic stop? Dante Wright's mother told reporters he had an air freshener hanging on his rear view.
He was killed for having an air
From what I've
freshener.
understood from the public safety briefing, there was an expired registration on the vehicle. That means the tabs were expired. Upon arrival, When the officer made contact, I think at that time when he walked up to the car, he discovered that there was a hanging item from the rearview mirror. So there was a contact that the officer went up there initially for, obtained his ID or his name, and he walked back to his car, and at that time he ran his name and he found out that he had a warrant. That's why they were moving from the car and they were making a custodial arrest.
Can you tell us more about the?
And then he like.
I have very little information on the warrant other than it was gross misdemeanor warrant.
Dante's brother tells us his brother didn't know he had a warrant for his arrest and recently missed.
He didn't do nothing.
Meeting with his probation officer.
That I don't know.
Oh, he didn't do nothing. Y'all saying?
Thing in the US and around the world that had Dante White been my colour, this wouldn't have happened to him. Why is it that police officers in the United States keep killing young black men and young black women far, far, far higher rate than they do white people?
I don't have an answer to that question.
It's too inarticulate. That's why.
Was there a gun found in the car?
There's no gun that I was made aware of. I did not search the car, but I've not been made aware of a gun in the vehicle.
The officer, is she
So Minnesota.
under any type of?
There has been
Mental evaluation?
There has been a fair amount of social chatter in media, which I don't normally comment on, but there was some comments in social media that she had committed suicide. That is not true. That is not true.
Dude, whatever, man.
To the
You
best of my knowledge,
erratic,
she's being
throwing
taken care of
cops
right
like
now.
that.
What can you tell us
You're
about
risking
this
it.
officer and how long she's been with the department?
At this point in time, I don't have that. I will not release that information. That should be released very shortly, though. I believe the BCA has a system in place where they'll be releasing the names of all parties involved and also all their training records and all that information as far as tenure and seniority. That'll be released shortly.
And Adrian Rodis again, do you plan to step down if people call for your resignation after the actions outside of this police department last night?
At this point, I do not.
Chief, what was happening then? What are we seeing in the video prior to the shot? You described the taser and the weapon. What was happening there?
I'm not in the mind of the officer. I can only see what you're all seeing. I can couple that with some of the training much of the training that I've received, and that's why I'm believing it to be an accidental discharge.
Caucasians should not be allowed to be cops. That's funny.
Is that some sort of
Well, most cops in urban areas are non-Caucasian, so
when they were trying to take him into custody?
It appeared to me from the video that the individual was trying to get back into his car to leave.
Chief, how often do officers go through firearm training to try and maybe prevent something like that happening where you don't make that kind of mistake? Is it annual?
only the Caucasian ones murder people. That's funny.
We have numerous
You're
trainings
funny
throughout
troll.
the year. We don't try to lump it all in one group, so there's numerous trainings where we do tactical training, we do firearms training, we do taser deployments. We have pretty thorough taser requalifications on a yearly basis, but then we also do a number of scenarios and role-playing exercises as well. I can take one more question, please.
In the midst of a pandemic, why was it a priority to pull someone over for expired tax?
And I don't know if that was a priority, but it was a violation that the officer observed and initiated a traffic stop.
Chief, are you aware that there's a significant delay? Are you aware that there's a significant delay in getting tabs and things of this nature from the DMV? So even people who have purchased tabs are unable to get them because there's a 2 to 3 month backlog. Are you aware of that? And is your staff also aware of that?
Shitty
And have you
DMV.
made any type of recommendations to your staff to be mindful that we're in the middle of a pandemic and don't pull people over for
Pandemic,
tabs,
dude, come on. That shit's
particularly because
overhyped,
there's a
man. Come on,
significant
dude.
delay in getting those tabs from the Department of Motor Vehicles. Are you aware of that?
I am
As the
aware of
chief
that.
Police.
I am aware of that.
Is your staff aware of that?
Yes, they are.
Chief,
That was the last question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mr. Mayor,
Chad.
Mr. Mayor, may I ask you,
And this
in that
wanker.
video,
Oh,
the female
man.
officer clearly made a fatal mistake. She did the wrong thing. We understand she's going to be receiving some type of counseling, but should she lose her job since it's abundantly clear that she killed someone?
Let me be very clear. My position is that we cannot afford to make mistakes that lead to the loss of life of other people in our profession. And so I do fully support releasing the officer of her duties.
I mean, yeah, because she's a
I do.
chick.
You just said yourself, the whole world is watching the Twin Cities right now. Why weren't police forces officers looking out for, just looking out about what they were doing? Why weren't they taking greater precautions when they got involved in incidents like this? Do you have any answer for that?
I don't have an answer. I have not spoken with the officers involved myself. At this point, the BCA is the one that's in contact with those officers, and in fact is the only one that's allowed to be in contact with those officers.
Mr. Mayor, clearly, because you answered the question directly, you've given some thought to this idea of releasing this officer. With that said, what is the process? Can she be released immediately? Does she have to go through some type of appeals process? How does that work?
Well, under our form of government, the city manager who's here, you can come up, Kurt. He ultimately actually has control over the police department, not the mayor, and over the chief. So you can comment on that. The city council also, has ultimate authority over what happens in the city collectively. So the city council can take action in this regard as well. Go ahead, Mr. Bogany.
Thank you, Mr.
Say and spell your first and last name.
Yeah, my name is Kurt Bogany, Boganey. And in response to the question about termination,
Mask and pimping, y'all saying.
All employees working for the city of Brooklyn Center are entitled to due process with respect to discipline. This employee will receive due process, and that's really all that I can say today.
Do you support the termination of an officer like this who has made the type of mistake that has cost a resident of yours life? Do you support the termination of this type of officer? What message
It's too early, bro. Come on. These people are vultures.
About the valuation of black life. Do you support the termination of this type of an officer?
I understand and appreciate the comment that you made and why you said it. But if I were to answer that question, I'd be contradicting what I said a moment ago, which is to say that all employees are entitled to due process.
Based.
And after that due process, discipline will be determined. If I were to say anything else, I would actually be contradicting the idea of due process.
Contradicting.
What's your expectation for how
No, he's based on that one thing.
Police force in Brooklyn Center treats the black and brown members of this community?
Black and
What
brown.
expectation have you
Black and
communicated
brown.
now
Dude, I'm light
to the
brown.
chief and to the officers under him?
No, I'm
for how
white,
they are to
though.
interface with the
Excuse
vast
me.
majority, because the vast majority of this population is black and brown. How have you communicated to them to interface and interact with people who look like me?
Absolutely, I've communicated that to the chief, and I do believe that the chief concurs with the notion that every resident of Brooklyn Center must be treated fairly, must be treated equitably. The city council has been very clear in its expectations about fairness and equity. We are implementing this year an Office of Anti-Racism Principles and Practices. We are hiring an equity officer in the next several weeks.
Waste
The
of
city council has
resources,
provided
man.
specific direction about accountability for the police department and transparency for the police department. We've been providing reports to the
Can
city.
you talk to us about the
City council.
accountability?
Yes, we're providing reports to the city council about officer discipline, about information on stops of black and brown people or people of color in the city of Brooklyn Center.
They have to be
we're
coddled
developing
this
some
much.
task forces to assess if any of our policies or if any of our practices lead to disproportionate inequitable results. And our objective for doing that analysis is to eliminate any inequity that occurs as a result
so
of our practices and our policies.
that would be up to
And that
Bleaks and
has
their
been
culture, though.
communicated to the chief and to the police officers of the city of Brooklyn Center.
That's up to them. That's not up to the police. That's up to the
Bleaks.
Bleaks.
We are standing in solidarity and calling for the firing of this officer. You have talked about
Yes, queen, you heard.
Although Dante Wright did not get due process in that situation. She
Y'all
needs to be fired
saying.
immediately to send a message that this type of behavior will not be condoned within the city of Brooklyn.
By Gorilla Glue
Thank you. I
stocks,
appreciate
boys.
those comments.
Should an officer who can't tell the difference between a taser and a handgun, should they go out in a vehicle with those items in their car?
It really wouldn't be appropriate for me to respond to that.
Why would it not?
There's like activist vultures in there.
'Cause I can't make that judgment.
reporters, were you part of the decision last night to use tear gas on our youth who were protesting yesterday?
And rubber bullets.
Base tear gas?
Mr. City Manager, Mr. Mayor, when I asked that question about the firing of the police officer, the police chief left.
Yeah.
What is that an indication of? Is he dealing with...
That you're annoying.
That
That you're an absurd human being.
Because he left immediately.
I can't speculate.
Mr. Mayor, you have a comment?
I do not know why the excuse me.
Does that bother you without knowing why that he just walked out?
I do not know why the chief left. You know, I can only speculate as to why he left at the time that he did.
Does it bother you?
What would your speculation be, please?
I don't have any speculation. I mean, it's possible that
going,
the chief takes a position
gonna be
perhaps similar to the city
self-sufficient,
manager
Jay Santos,
that
Hammerhead.
there needs to be
Low IQ.
some
How you
kind of
doing?
a process or I don't know. I mean, I would only.
What was the conversation between you and the chief? What was that conversation between you and the chief when you shared with the chief that you'd like to see this officer terminated? He didn't tell us anything about the officer, how long she's been on the force, her name, where she trained. These are questions the public deserves to know.
Her name?
Certainly.
Dude, they want to kill her.
Those conversations.
Certainly, yeah, just show up to her house like the guy from
privileged
Wauwatosa.
conversations, so I can't reveal that right now. But we should be able to provide the details around the officer and her trainings and those types of details. Let me, if you just give me a second, I'm just going to check to see if is the chief engaged currently at the moment in addressing some public safety concerns or some other matter. Is there any reason why we can't have him answer some more questions around?
I'm going to come back to this in a second, though, but I want to look at some of the stuff. Dante writes, cause of death is gunshot wound to the chest. Hennepin County Medical Examiner releases autopsy report for Dante Wright, who died at 2:18 p.m. Sunday. Individual died of a gunshot wound of the chest, and manner of death is homicide. Yup. Yeah, I mean, curfew, protest looting. What happened to all the videos of the looting that I saw? I want to see some of that. Ooh. Ooh. All masked up. Stopping the spread, dude, of white supreme pizzas. Right now outside, it's about an hour ago, outside the PD.
Young uneducated! There's not one good cop in the racist fucking system! Y'all taking black people's lives like it's fucking candy! Like this is a joke!
You are very much a joke, yes. Crowd gathering about an hour ago, violating curfew. I know they were looting last night. I wonder if they're going to continue that later on tonight. I saw a based, non-masky Blake in there. That was kind of cool.
I got scared. Dante Wright!
This one might be like halfway right for them to get pissed off about for a change. But it's a woman, not because it's white. It's because it's a woman officer, right? Gynocentric system, feminist system. No good cops in a system that hires broads. got it. MLB, NHL, and NBA have all announced that their Minnesota teams will have today's games postponed in light of course, because yeah, why not? All banks, all corporations, all big sports ball teams, of course they're going to pander. There's people burning down cities and killing people, of course. Kyle Griffin, who? MSNBC wanker. Brooklyn Center Police Chief just said the officer accidentally pulled a gun instead of a taser. Right. It's like incompetence on the part of the chick.
Action and distress immediately after that this was an accidental discharge that resulted in the tragic death of Mr. Wright. I have asked the BCA to conduct an independent investigation into the shooting and death. Once they are completed, I expect they will submit their findings, independent of me, to the appropriate authorities, the appropriate attorneys that will look and review this case.
What's up, Green Knight?
I'm also stressing that I do hope for the community to be patient and allow this criminal investigation, to be completed as thoroughly as possible. I believe Mr. Wright deserves this, as do all involved. The officer is currently on administrative leave. Make a short comment about what happened last night to our community, a community that I've been a part of for 27 years. I've seen some of the worst damage to this city I've ever seen in those years.
Right.
Again, peaceful protesting, expressing yourself, we fully support that. But the ravaging of our businesses, the looting of our stores, the destruction to our pharmacies, we cannot tolerate that.
Pharmacies?
I'm hoping that the community will have this level of transparency and know that this is being investigated by the correct authorities, which is the BCA. Unfortunately, they're not here today, but they are handling the investigation. And I have very little information besides what I've just given to you because they are handling that investigation.
Yeah, it wasn't, you're right, it wasn't tragic, Hammerhead. Yeah, I mean, it was just sort of like an accident because dude was acting up. This is the mayor fucking pandering, I think I'm
right
already...
now. And we recognize that this couldn't have happened at a worse time. We recognize that this is happening at a time when our community, when all of America, indeed all of the world, is watching.
Why is it, dude, why are they all trying to be like the next MLK or Barry O or something?
Peace and calm. And Dante's mom.
Dantre? Did he say Dantre?
Peace and calm. That's all I have to say at this moment on that issue.
Mr. President, do you think there should be federal resources to help keep the peace? Do you think you need to take any additional steps?
Already federal resources, and we have a significant.
I think Minnesota, they have like, you know, some troops deploy, or, you know, some National Guard.
Trial that's underway, but there will not be lack of help and support from the federal government.
This guy is very lethargic, very, you know, very old. Yeah, so last night this was the scene. I'm looking for, let's see, why can't I find some clips of that? Here's the sob stuff.
In the car, and they told him to get out of the car. He got out of the car and his girlfriend said they shot him. He got back in the car and he drove away and crashed. And now he's
And
down
he got back
on
into the car,
ground
they
since
shot him.
1:47. Nobody will tell us anything. Nobody will talk to us.
Y'all
The
gotta talk
BCA
to her now.
The BCA just says that they are investigating it.
Look
I
at the
asked them to
cows.
please
Sorry.
take my son off the ground. He's been there since 1:47 this
They
afternoon.
left my son on the ground for weeks ago.
It's all emotion based, but I mean, understandably, but at the same time, dude, can they not just believe that someone that they know and love acted up? And it's just like, okay, yeah, misadventure, did you call it? You say misadventure, death by misadventure. You say that around a shit lib, they're probably not going to be particularly thrilled with like, what you say? And the clap talking is going to start. Mother of Dante Wright says a 20-year-old called her when he was pulled over by Brooklyn Center Police around over for air fresheners. No, it was like plates or registry or something like that. That was already established. This guy's a liar, blah, 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 blah. Don't run. Yeah, I mean, this leave it to like Kim's to fucking push this kind of stuff. God damn, dude. Just like heart tug at the pulse, you know, pull at the heartstrings kind of stuff. Yeah, stuff like this. 1.5-year-old Dante Wright Jr. was held up in the air by his uncle. You see the formation of police and riot gear near where Wright Jr.'s father crashed after being fatally shot. He's like raising the kid up to be indoctrinated to just hate whites and hate authority, you know. Yeah, we got another huckster. Minnesota to write about the Derek Chauvin trial, but 20 miles away, a 20-year-old black man named Dante Wright was killed by Brooklyn Center police during a traffic stop. Crowds are gathered. Yeah, this is yesterday. Riot cops chilling, looking badass, looking based. Dude, this, I'll tell you what kind of vibes this gives me, man. You know? I'll tell you what kind of vibes this gives me, man. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I should have fucking... We're gonna get extra copywritten. Dun, 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 dun. I hope that song comes on first. Yeah, dude. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, those vibes, dude.
Here we go. You're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together. If you
Raise the roof.
Get a rap.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You know me well. He's finally back to kick some tail.
Yeah, you get the point. Wait, hold on. That can't be everything. What the fuck? It can't possibly be everything. Protests continue for second night. Minnesota. Are they getting crazy, though? Top commentary. Oh.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. Protester burning an American flag. You mean a traitor, dude? A traitor, you mean, bro? Terrorist? Is that what you mean? Nah, dude. Yo, terrorist check.
Commands. It is my belief that the officer...
Yeah. There. He uses the gender-neutral term. Death of Dante Wright, who was shot by a Minnesota officer, has been ruled a homicide. Oh, whoa. They're advancing now, firing rubber bullets. Based? Yo, based? Dude, hands up, don't shoot has become folkloric at this point. Might as well watch this.
Released at a news briefing Monday.
Hey, whoa. Why is it doing that? It's like auto-scrolling.
Dante Wright,
a black man in a Minneapolis suburb,
Black man.
which according to police appeared to be an accidental discharge by an officer who drew her gun instead of her taser during a struggle. Brooklyn Center Police Chief Tim Gannon.
The officer, while struggling with Mr. Wright, shouts, "Taser, taser," several times. That is part of the officer's training prior to deploying a taser, which is a less lethal device. During this encounter, however, the officer drew their handgun instead of their taser. This appears to me, from what I've viewed, and the officer's reaction and distress immediately after.
What's funny to me is that, the demands for diversity, this, that, and the other in officer training, but this dude is clearly like robotically trained to do the gender neutral crap, all that stuff. He's clearly already inundated with that propaganda every day. And he's like, he's a cop, he's a law and order kind of guy, so he's gonna follow that shit.
But this was an accidental discharge that resulted in the tragic death of Mr. Wright.
The shooting on Sunday triggered unrest in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, with police firing tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse angry protesters who kept to the streets into the early.
Why is this guy the voice actor, or the voice actor? I was going to say voiceover guy, but I mean, okay, I don't have A+ public speaking skills myself, but
Monday morning,
definitely better than this guy.
The botched arrest of Wright, who police say was stopped due to an expired car registration,
Botched arrest, that's
occurred not
call, it's
far
biased.
from where the trial of Derek Chauvin, the former white Minneapolis police officer charged with murdering George Floyd, is taking place. Brooklyn Center Police Chief said the routine traffic stop escalated into a deadly shooting when officers ran a check on Wright and found an outstanding warrant for him. Video footage presented at the briefing showed an officer trying to handcuff Wright next to the car before he breaks free and gets back inside the car. Then he is shot. At the news conference, Brooklyn Park Mayor Mike Elliott said the officer, who has been placed on administrative leave and whose identity has not been disclosed, should be fired.
My position is that we cannot afford to make mistakes that lead to the loss of life of other people in our profession.
U.S. President Joe Biden called the killing tragic, but said there was no justification for violence and called on the protesters to be peaceful.
Yeah, you better be. They should just, they just deploy this. Using a leaf blower. I wonder if they're gonna bust out the laser pointers. Yeah, this town is probably not as cucked as Minneapolis, but once Derek Chauvin pops off, dude, we're gonna get to some of that stuff.
Let's go to the car!
Do me a favor and upvote the stream, you guys, if you haven't already.
No, I said the wind is going this way.
Whoa, hell yeah. Oh my god, the tear gas is so sexist, they're racist, oh my god. Thanks, Rich D. Shout out to Rich D. Beating the tribal orc bucket drums. Like, what the fuck, dude? Can you stop that? You know what I'm saying? Wait, okay. Down low. Ugh, dude. Leopard print mask. Okay, of course, Ilhan Omar. Pandering. Oh my gosh. This is why I regret following guys like, what was his name? Kyle Kulinski, like several years ago when I was a shitlib. Because I believe this is the result of that Justice Democrats push. People like her. My office reached out to the Minneapolis mayor and governor's office to urge them to include an exemption to the curfew this evening for travel to and from. Dude, I don't care, man. You're trying to extend... You're going to cite Ramadan. Yeah, that's bullshit. It's because you want more rioting and fucking you. Oh my God, these people are so evil, man. Oh. George Floyd brother gave a tearful testimony today against the back. Who gives a shit, man? Why should anyone give a shit? Your fucking brother was a porno actor guy who pointed a gun at his woman's stomach who OD'd. Like, big fucking deal. Let's listen to the spooky music that'll be. Yeah, see, look. Spooky, heart-tugging music. Oh my god, cat ladies feel sad now. It's wrong to tug at your heartstrings. Fire all chick cops now. They have too much estrogen levels to do proper policing and fire them all. Black people, y'all saying. Oh, whatever, dude. Internet expert checks in. Who cares? Systemic systems, dude. Dude, AJ and now this and all that. Those are cancer to society, dude. It's a basic IQ test, man. If you fall for that shit. Black people. I will not say his name, dude. You're just gonna while out. You're gonna use it to while out. She's gonna get at least fired, if not some time, dude. It's not gonna be enough. Kablowie.
Crowds 100 to 200 that were marching toward the Brooklyn Center Police Department. As we understand it, and from
she got fired? Nice.
Our own reports,
Whatever.
and media reports, we saw rocks and other objects thrown at the police department. There were reports of shots fired in the area of the police department.
Damn, dude. I wonder if they're already kvetching, comparing this gas to, like, other kinds of gas, you know? Gas chambers, you know. Oh, wait, we already watched that. Daddy Changed the World, Gianna Floyd. Oh, my gosh. Gross, man. You know, just... That's a little earlier. Yeah, that's where we're at, man. I think later on tonight it's probably gonna, you know, and then ongoing, it's just gonna keep escalating because the establishment's gonna keep pushing it. They're gonna keep lying. They're gonna keep doing exactly what we're scrolling past. Blah, 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 blah. Spooky music. No. I like to make fun of that, like pandering, like heartstring tugging music. When you see stuff like that, you just gotta wonder, I mean, especially in these circumstances. They be killing him like 1,000 every day, hunting bricks down like, they be hunting everybody open, you know. After weeks of watching George Floyd die over and over again from multiple angles, the nation watches Dante Wright, 20, be shot after being stopped for an expired license tag. Devastating. You need to be fired. God, these people are horrible. These people are just, they want to see people get hurt. That's what they want. I want peace of mind in society. That's what I want.
Then go to the car!
Sound off in the chat, that's what you want. It's just order, peace of mind.
No, I said the wind is going this way.
You know what I'm saying? And before, like, the conservatives come through and say, oh, mostly white people doing it. I don't think so, dude. All of the aggressive shit and the lie, like, the fucking...
Just earlier. fuck that curfew.
Very clear. If you are
Saying fuck the curfew. Hot Wang Der Squad. Dude, I gotta tell you, I'm really not... We're probably more of a nug or attendees guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? God damn it, dude. Look at this GoFundMe. Rittenhouse gets taken down, yada, yada, yada. Of course, nationally renowned civil rights and personal injury attorney Ben Crump and co-counsel Jeff Storms have been retained by the family of... and?
You carry your fire show that the shooting is highly questionable and not justified. So the officer apparently drew the gun instead of the taser. Yelled taser but drew a gun. I don't know how you do that. The reason you carry it cross draw, which means you carry it on the side opposite where you carry your firearm, is to avoid that kind of problem. If you remember back in 2009, there was a BART officer out in Oakland, California that shot Mr. Grant, who was in a prone position. He was carrying his taser and his gun on the same side, I believe, and he drew the gun as opposed to the taser. And departments across the country switched to make sure that couldn't happen again, even though it did show that the...
Yeah, it's just incompetence or an accident. Justice, god damn it, dude. The people doing this to Blakes and Asians and whites and pinning them all together. First of all, oy vey, I wonder who they could possibly be. And as one Jesse Pinkman once said, he can't keep getting away with it.
Police in Minneapolis unleashed tear gas and rubber bullets on protesters Sunday,
Oh my God.
hours after a police officer fatally shot.
Dude, that voice, that's the NP, like, I know this is Reuters, but that's like the NPR, all things considered, brainwash, you know, do it, do it, do it, do it. You know, like brainwashing, like, all brainwashing considered.
Only 10 miles away from where George Floyd was killed in police custody last year. About 100 protesters confronted police in riot gear, chanting Black Lives Matter and climbing on top of police cars. A witness told Reuters that later, police fired rubber bullets, hitting at least 2 people and leaving at least 1 man wounded and bleeding from the head. Protesters later gathered outside the police department, surrounded by hundreds of officers, who set off flashbangs and sprayed chemical irritants at the crowd. In a statement, Brooklyn Center Police said officers had pulled over a man for a traffic violation just before 2 p.m. and found he had an outstanding arrest warrant. As police tried to arrest him, the driver re-entered his car before an officer shot him. The man...
Dude, not just re-enter the car. I mean, we saw the video. He looked just crazy erratic, and he was just like diving back into the car. I mean, dude, the officer has every reason to believe that he's reaching.
Then drove off.
Yeah, okay, fine. Should the officer busted out a taser instead? And that was the training, right? If that's the policy and that's the training, and the chick failed to do that, well, and if the investigation finds that, then there you go.
Before striking another
Fire.
vehicle and dying at the scene. The victim was
prosecute, I
later
guess,
identified by relatives as 20-year-old Dante Wright, according to the local Star Tribune. Police say the officer's body cameras were on during the incident. Minneapolis is already on edge as the murder trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin enters its 3rd week of testimony. Chauvin was captured on video last...
Dude, yes, exactly. The TV ad from Rocco's Modern Life. That's the exact thing I was imitating. Let me pull that up if I can find it. It probably, yeah. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Oh no, they're gonna give me like bumpers for Rocco's Modern Life. TV commercial, Nickelodeon. But now, you know what I'm talking about, like... Products for you. Do it, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I don't know. Can't find that one though. It's just like, it's like that, yeah, it's just like soothing. We want to ensure everyone gets home safely tonight. Peaceful protesting is your right, but I'm asking everyone to please go home. All right, okay. Please go home. It's like, how about you just be alpha, dude? You know, if Jesse Lee Peterson were mayor... If Jesse Lee Peterson or a guy like that were mayor, you know, he'd just be like, go the hell home. Oh, Roro. Putting up the blue flag, blue line. Unrest, unrest. Yeah, these are fucking jackals, man. I gotta tell ya. Oh, I wanted to go over this too. This is more in my hometown of Milwaukee. Okay, Black Panthers cause Asian nail salon to close permanently. You might have already seen this. You can go watch this fucking video. The Black Panthers just straight up waltzed into this Asian nail salon on Brady Street in Milwaukee and did this. Wait. It's gonna play? Or did they take the video down? What the? Come on, Asian Dawn. Dude, what's good, man?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You disrespect the black woman from our community. Look at him running. He's running. Why are you running?
Because
you disrespected a black woman from this community, calling her a bitch. Called the police on her, told her to get out, and disrespected Black Lives Matter. I'm here to tell you that's going to stop. Black women, that shouldn't even be in this store. He disrespects black.
You hear that? You have to support BLM or they will come in and extort your business. They will strong arm you with, of course, oh yeah, stopping the spread masks, right?
Black women by calling them bitches.
It's not to put everybody in this like thuggish uniform so that they can go fuck with people. No, yeah, it's to stop the spread, dude. Yeah, man.
That's gonna stop. Do I make myself clear? To scare your ass. I know you call the police.
Coming up. Yo, scary ass. It's like you win some, you lose some, but you win. You win to fight another day.
Up in here. How do you dare you disrespect a black woman? Then make fun of Black Lives Matter. We spend money in here. What's your name, sir? What is your name? Black women, y'all shouldn't even be in this shop. Look at him running high. He running high. Disrespecting a black woman from our community. Don't let nobody in here while I'm talking.
Oh yeah, he barricaded it. Wow,
What's
dude.
your name?
This is just straight up like forceful intimidation and extortion because what? He disrespected a black queen, dude. I mean,
Are you the owner? Where's the owner? The owner right here? Well, I'll be back. Make sure you tell him you've been here and you ever disrespect a black woman again, we're gonna shut you down. Calling black women bitches. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know you did it.
so they're the only ones who can say that, and like, you know, I don't need to be the one to point out
And making fun.
rap music,
Black
etc.
lives matter. Black lives matter. You know what I'm talking about. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, they find it funny. You see, they're laughing, dude. This is a big joke to them. They're bullies.
You said something slick. I can't understand him. You said something slick.
Look at this poor, like, dude. Look at this little woman, dude. She's like 5'2".
Don't do it again. That's why we're here. You ever disrespect a black woman again, we're going to come set you down for good. No justice! No peace! 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 Let's go. Black women, y'all shouldn't even be up in here.
He has a bat. Did he have a bat there? Wait, hold on a sec. Is that a bat straight up? Are they menacing with deadly
Y'all shouldn't even be
Okay, dude.
up in here.
What is that? What is that?
They disrespect y'all.
Oh, it's like a flag. Okay.
We didn't know. Call them.
It's like a flag, but or maybe some kind of potential bludgeoning weapon. Okay, they're getting after.
Black people spend money here. I know. You disrespect the black woman by calling her a bitch.
I did not disrespect.
Yeah, you did. You called her a bitch. That's not disrespectful.
People yelling at me?
I'm yelling at you, not calling you a bitch. Yeah, my point is that.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll be black. Oh, I'm coming back.
I can come back anytime I want to.
Well,
Yeah.
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 So you want to come back?
Yeah.
Anytime, right?
Anytime I come back. And what you gonna do when I do? You gonna call the police, right?
Yeah, just stay
And
away.
we're gonna shut you down.
Come, stay away.
We're gonna shut you down. Stop talking slick.
I ain't stopping split nothing. I can say
Said I ain't talking slick nothing. This is like straight out of a fucking... This is straight out of the movie Friday, man. I ain't talking slick nothing, homie.
Right's not wrong.
You're wrong for calling a black woman a bitch. Yeah, you got nothing to say now. Let's go. I'll be back. We're gonna shut that ass down.
Back that ass up and shut that ass down type shit. Pro-Black Panther Medicine wrote, every Asian business from the corporate level to the mom and pop level needs to give black organizations 15% of their revenue. They wouldn't exist without the bleak technology and ingenuity they stole. Justice is coming, you cultural thieves. What? Farmer took credit for the business closing down. Wait, I didn't show the picture. Yeah. They shut their business down after this. This is the fucking business that I just showed the video of them fucking terrorizing, strong-arming. And, fucking, wow, I could get out of here. Original Black Panthers and the bigger panther in the jungle, King Rick. We are proud to announce the permanent closing of Jade's Nails on Brady Street. Due to the efforts of the OBP and community, they no longer exist. They disrespected our queens and paid the ultimate price. Out of business. Black Panther power once again in full effect. So it's like they just destroy. They don't build. They strong-arm someone who did... I mean, I guarantee you, they did absolutely nothing, dude. Like, not that it matters. Not that it fucking matters, dude. You know what I mean? Like, who fucking... It's like this kind of behavior, you know? Like, full stop. It's just like this, dude, you know? That's just what it is, man. Any more updates about the protest, so-called the peaceful protests? Bow out to Max. Tear gas is no joke. Liz and Andy are still out there, though. Get home safe. This person, West Metro Star Tribune reporter. Yeah, reporter. No, you're just really biased in favor of... You're just really biased in favor of, like, all the clap-talking Americans. Yeah, dude, I wonder why Blakes have such problems with cops, dude. It must be wayfism, man. Yeah, dude. Skirmish is breaking out between protesters, teens, right? Teens. Youths, right? Newspaper woman, Star Tribune covering cops and criminal justice. Loud and foul mouth. Okay, she puts sassy and sarcastic in her dating profile. So yeah, these news outlets hire just like stupid, like racial justice degree holding fucking cunts to spin every police shooting story that has ever occurred. You know, Kimberly A. Potter, there we go. So yeah, they demanded the fucking chick's name in that news conference we watched a little bit ago, and they got the name. Because I think these fuckers want to incite mobs to go to her house and go fuck with her. Tear gas. They did it to the cop in Wauwatosa. Dude, anybody who uses the word incel is an arsonist or a kid toucher, just automatically. I mean, it's established at this point. just like keep blowing up and just keep escalating because, you know, Chauvin is probably going to be found innocent. Alright? I mean, let's be honest here. It's just...
Here we go.
Because they're finally here. Autopsy report, dude. I mean, in spite of all of this, don't matter. Doesn't fucking matter, right? I mean, let's get this shit out of here. Toxicology report won't matter. I mean, look, you know, fentanyl, norfentanyl. What is 4-ANPP? Does anyone know what that is? Any people in the chat who partied a little bit too hard know what that is? I'm not sure. But yeah, methamphetamine, this is why, dude, you know? Black Lives Matter, y'all saying? Not if you're burning shit and killing people and looting stores, I gotta tell ya. I mean, I just gotta tell ya, you know, that's the common denominator, is doing shit like that and fighting with cops. That's really the common denominator. It's not like blakeness or brownness in and of itself. It's cultural. Metabolized fentanyl enough to kill a rhino. So yeah, it's got the entire toxicology report. This won't matter to the peaceful protesters. Mostly peaceful protesters. Morphine. Damn, dude. Detailed findings. He had some blunt force injuries, I guess. Cutaneous, so he just had like minor cuts. Because he was like fighting with a cop. Byproduct and black market fentanyl. Interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much like the toxicology report is like pretty much down pat. So like that's... Yeah, he's gonna beat charges. Jury selection for the prosecution of Derek Chauvin was supposed to begin on Monday. The world forever changed after watching the horrifying... Wow, this is so biased, dude. Look at this. Horrifying video of George Floyd last moments as Derek Chauvin kneeled on Floyd's neck. Now looks as Chauvin is made to answer for his actions. No. What is this? Wait, can I get to it? Floyd protests are the broadest in U.S. history, spreading to white small-town America. Oh yeah, I was there for this. That's when they fucking ran the fucking hit piece on me, WISN. Yeah, because of these lies. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, these fucking lies. The, you know, this Minneapolis one is the closest, or sorry, what do they call it? This Kimberly shooting. This is the most likely one, but again, it's because she was a chick, okay? He was a meth head, so my bet is he was using the fentanyl to come down off the meth. It's the same trick that cokeheads use by taking heroin to ease the crash. Yeah. Like, he's charged with second-degree unintentional murder and second-degree manslaughter. Wait, so those aren't the same exact thing? Interesting. It's not clear at this time whether a third-degree murder charge will be reinstated. I mean, to me, it should be crystal clear in a sane society. Heroin is metabolized into morphine. The amount of morphine and fentanyl metabolized, it shows he likely consumed laced heroin and meth separately. So we got some shady street shit. I mean, not that there's any other type, you know? Chauvin is guilty of unintentional murder in the second degree if he caused Floyd's death while committing or attempting to commit a felony offense. Yeah, no, he didn't. So those who watch the video might think causation is a no-brainer. He kneeled on his neck. No. Few good men. Dude's putting Dude, this is trash media. He's putting, like, fucking movie fucking references in there. Crump. Cause of death was that he was starving for air. No, it's not. Yeah, dude. No. It's the fact that he was all fucking wilding out and fucking... He's fighting with cops, dude. I mean, what the fuck, man? What are you talking about? It's because bleaks don't know what's up with, like, respecting authority, man. It's because they adopt, like, the wrong cultural mores. That's really what it is, man. Derek Chauvin trial. Judge allows evidence that George Floyd ingested drugs, suffered heart trouble. Yeah. The whole point here is that we have medical evidence of what happens when Mr. Floyd is faced with virtually the same situation, so like being on drugs and having heart problems. Confrontation by the police at gunpoint, followed by rapid ingestion of some drugs. We don't know exactly how many, but there was an admission he had done it at the time of the stop. Medical evidence. Habitual drug user, hard drug user, violent career criminal. He was just trying to, like, jack a banana from the fucking convenience store, dude. Pill in the backseat of the squad car that was ultimately taken to. Look at this. Man, this guy's nutso. People have no empathy for the fucking bullshit cops have to go through, man. If this was your daily fucking job, having to deal with these fucking cracked out psychos, man. You know, it's fucking horrendous.
I don't think there's any place in the state of Minnesota that has not been subjected to extreme amounts of
publicity. Fucking stupid, man. Spit out what you got, you know what I'm saying? Here's some arrest footage, maybe, from 2019.
Red Ford Explorer.
Perfect musical mood. Alright, Georgie Porgy. Get out of the car, or whatever, like, cooperate with the officer. He's gonna cooperate with the officer, right? Right? Because he didn't do nothing.
Seatbelt, sir? Sir, passenger, you're under your seatbelt. Go ahead and undo your seatbelt. I don't plan on shooting you. I'm just saying. Take your time. Okay, relax. Just undo your seatbelt. Let her take care of her guy. Just keep your hands out where I can see him. Hey!
He's pounding the drugs, man.
Keep your hands where I can see him. Okay? Put him up on the dash. Put him on the dash. I'm not gonna shoot you. Put your hands on the dash.
Why is he so dumb?
Put your hands on the dash.
Whoa.
Last time I'm gonna tell you that. It's
Big
simple.
Big fat gun.
He keeps moving his hands around. He won't listen to what I have to say. Okay?
That's facts.
On your head.
You know, that's facts. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to, pop the pill, and this motherfucker come up with a gun. And that's facts. It's a systemic system of white supremacism.
Open your mouth. Spit out what you got. Spit out what you got. I'm gonna tase you. Spit it out.
Don't you jerk away from me.
Put your hands behind your one yellow peel, boss.
Okay,
Peel.
slowly come on out. Put your hand on your head. Okay, relax then. You're not going to get beat up or nothing. You just follow what we're asking you to do. Yeah. What do you got there? Slow down.
Blah blah beep ba, mama me mama. Blah blah beep ba, blah blah beep ba, you know what I'm saying? Blah blah beep ba. That's what that jive speak sounds like to me. I don't even know what I mean, like. Blah blah.
What do you got there?
Blah blah beep ba, mama me mama. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, pull back a second. What do you got there? Man, what do you got there? Hey, man, I got my paper. I got something in here. He's got. Take me to my car, man. Hang on. Please, somebody help me, man. Oh my God, man. Damn, man. Is there anything? Oh, this is man.
Dude.
Was there anything in it? Okay. Yeah.
I got what y'all need. Y'all want some shit? I got y'all shit, dog.
He's got a whole bunch of cash on him too. So if you want
Civil asset forfeiture.
to get an envelope, I'll put that in there.
Envelope put that. I guess they're gonna civil asset forfeit.
Hey, relax.
Because the PO.
I'm not saying about taking your money. I'm pulling it out right now.
No English book lessons ever, but that's because we don't fund Blake schools, right? It's because we're a bunch of white racists, right? That's why, right? That's what every media outlet, every teacher, every fucking hipster in every city, like every pundit, every celebrity has been telling me my entire life. Is that the reason they don't know how to read? Is because we're racists who don't fund their schools, right? Right? Imagine believing that.
Something in his car. Okay, all right. Have a seat here. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. All the way in. I gotta get all the way in there. Slide on over. You're a big man. You're gonna have to slide in. You're gonna have to slide in. You didn't have any ID on. Yeah.
How perfect is the goddamn music right now? What's in there? Big reveal. Like crack pipe syringe.
There's a bunch of stuff in here.
Dude, and here I am, like, I feel like I smoke weed too much, you know? And weed is bad, and
I don't know what exactly all it is. A bunch of pills. Yeah, it's on the seat where he was. Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna grab this for now. I was looking for some ID, and then this was. Just keep this. That was on the seat. I don't know what's up.
So when the lefties, like, reflexively say things like, George Floyd is not on trial, like, do they think that's what I'm doing right now? It's like we're just showing you indications of how fucked up dude is with cops, like, and how fucked up he is with drugs, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the indication of, like, how he died, and that it's not the cops' fault, right? Like, but they know
Your
that.
ID in here at all?
They're liars.
your ID in here? Let's see if there's anything here real quick. Just take it back. See George?
Yeah.
See George Floyd?
Yee.
Date of birth 10/14/73?
Say his name.
Yeah.
I mean, that, you know, that might be it. Whoops. Wait, oh yeah, they're gonna go through his little drug sack.
Just keep it all together.
They just found like powder of some sort, maybe a pipe or a scraper or whatever. Maybe some Brillo filters or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they do. That's right.
Is this another guy then? Was this his?
So yeah, Derek Chauvin is likely going to get, yeah, ruling upholding the dismissal of third-degree murder charge, on the other hand, would be a serious blow for prosecutors. Second-degree murder carries a potential penalty of 40 years. Chauvin were to be acquitted of murder, but convicted of manslaughter, he might face around 4 years behind bars. However, even if found guilty of murder, Chauvin would not likely receive the maximum penalty. Right, and he's not going to get any degree of murder. He's not going to get any degree of murder, you know. Hammerhead says, I used to have to go through a DUI road check every Friday night going home from work. It was annoying dealing with the cops when I was trying to go home at midnight, but I always cooperated. Dad thinks they're going to hang him regardless. Interesting. You know, that's a definite pass. Def pass. I mean, how, though? I mean, with that toxicology report, you know, with that history of drugs, history of fighting with cops or whatever, you know, being all erratic, what, I mean, how the fuck kind of, I mean, like, it's going to be really corrupt. Alright, wait a minute. What's the latest shit on this? Oh, Kamala chiming in. Jeez. Soon to be president. Prayers are not enough. Dante Wright should still be with us. While an investigation is underway, our nation needs justice and healing. And Dante's family needs to know why their child is dead. They deserve answers. Dude, listen. If what Trump said over Twitter, the Capitol riot and all that stuff, if that, it was fucking incitement, okay, which we know it wasn't, then what the fuck is this kind of pandering, dude? What the fuck is this kind of shit? Justice, healing. It's not, okay, legally, I'm not saying that it's incitement, but come on, man. These fucking charlatans know exactly what they're doing. Trevor Noah, yeah, who fucking cares? Trevor Noah and Dante Wright, cops think everything is a gun except for their own gun. What? Like, let's let the really unfunny, like, caramel-skinned fucking dude chime in with something just, like, completely nonsensical. Dude, look at this Lakeisha fucking wilding out, man. Ugh. You already watched that? Is there anything... There's nothing else about this? There's gotta be. Most recent. Am I clicked on most recent overview versus top commentary? This seems to be the most recent. You never once laughed at the new Daily Show or the new SNL. jurors will be too scared not to convict. Yeah, maybe. And yeah, these ravenous, bloodthirsty, like Blake Panther BLM psychos, they're going to be demanding names like they just did for Kim. Her name might as well be Karen. I mean, Kim. Like, dude, that's a hot name, dude. That reminds me of fucking, just like Eminem or something. Dude, that's another source of degeneracy in society is fucking Eminem, dude. Like that pandering. So, See, Fox News is the only one keeping it real, dude. Officer involved shooting sparks new unrest. Protests. See, these two. Fox actually tells the truth. I can't believe I'm saying that, dude.
That's insane.
The wind is on our side, don't be worried.
Haha.
It feels like we're in a war zone.
That's what the fucking bankers are advocating.
That person said. Minnesota's governor has deployed the National Guard after Black Lives Matter protesters hit the streets in his states following the death of a black man in an officer-involved shooting. As you know,
oh wow, dude! Fox News are cucks, bringing up the race, of course, bringing up the racial angle.
Already sky high with the Derek Chauvin murder trial entering its third week in Minneapolis. I'm Harris Faulkner, and you are in the Faulkner Focus. Governor Tim Walz deployed the National Guard to Brooklyn Center. That's just outside of the Twin Cities. Hundreds of people ended up clashing with police, looting, and more over the death of 20-year-old Dante Wright. Police say they tried to arrest Dante Wright during a traffic stop over an outstanding warrant. An officer shot him as he tried to drive away. Wright drove several blocks, hit a vehicle, and then died at the scene.
No, they got that part wrong. He dove erratically into the car as, you know what I mean? As he was like almost cuffed.
This all happened about 10 miles from where the trial of Derek...
I mean, dude, I've watched enough of these fucking body cam videos to know that, you know what I mean? That's just straight up, I mean, they have every reason to believe he's reaching for some shit.
Chauvin is taking
a knife or a gun.
Place. Of course, Chauvin, the former police officer on trial charged with murdering George Floyd. Some 20 businesses damaged in the protesting, and there are reports of someone firing on a police station. Now, more National Guard troops could be on the way, as Dante Wright's family...
And yes, in before you, black lives are more important than... In this instance, dude, the ones you're propping up, no, dude. Not the ones you're propping up. And again, I don't care if it's CVS or a hole-in-the-wall bodega with 3 fucking customers, dude. You don't fucking burn it down. Especially not over this.
...is asking for peace.
He was only 20 years old. He didn't deserve to be shot and killed like this. And I don't want all of this. All of this. I just want my baby home. That's all I want. Is I want him to be home. I don't want everybody out here chanting and screaming and yelling.
Okay.
I just want
all right.
him home. That's it.
I agree with that. You know, I don't want them out there either, dude.
Matt Finn is live for us from Brooklyn Center. Matt?
Dude, I bet you the BLM assholes are looking at her and they're saying, oh, you remember that meme a few years ago, white tears? I don't know if you remember that. White tears, some shit like that. They kept saying white tears, you know? Like it's just performative, blah, 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 you know? Put your body on the line. They used to say stuff like that. I bet you they're fucking saying that about her.
Hi, Harris. We've been able to survey some of the damage across town here, and this is just one of many businesses that were smashed in, looted, or destroyed. This is a GameStop, and just next door is a UPS store that was also heavily looted. And we, a short while ago, spoke to the sister of the owner of that smashed-in UPS store.
They destroyed everything. They pulled it out. It's not about stealing.
Yo, Blake on Brown, fucking... economic wreckage, because again, if the COVID shutdowns didn't fucking ruin her business, well, we could just launch BLM fucking salvos into your business and finish you outright, so that again, people are more depersonalized, more inside, more afraid of their neighbors. Yeah, why would I go to her shop, whatever her shop is? I'll just order whatever it is off this app on my phone. You know, and then eventually the drones are going to start, we know this is coming, like the drones are going to start delivering everything, and people are going to be inside their little fucking pods, like wearing masks. You know,
I think
it's going to be
just,
crazy.
They wanted to break in and just destroy it. You know, it's nothing to steal here in UPS. What do? They purposely want to destroy it. That's sad, you know.
It's infuriating.
And we also, not long ago, saw National Guard and police officers in tactical gear protecting the police precinct here that was targeted last night. Bullets reportedly went through that building. And the Minnesota Public Safety Commissioner says the National Guard has rapidly moved into phase 3 here, increasing their deployment in Minneapolis and in the town of Brooklyn Center. The Guard has already been stationed outside of the courthouse in downtown Minneapolis, where the Derek Chauvin murder trial is ongoing right now. The state is expected to wrap its case today or tomorrow. And regarding this deadly shooting over the night, the governor tweeted out, quote, "I am closely monitoring the situation in Brooklyn Center. Gwen and I are praying for Dante Wright's family as our state mourns another life of a black man taken."
Dude, see, look. And it's... Why the capital B? It's like to signify like the big Black Panther like smash down on your Asian nail salon with a happy ending place because you allegedly called the queen a bitch, you know? Like, that's what these fuckers, I mean, they... Do you need any more indication that Blakes are just these people's riot for hire street army at this point?
By law enforcement. And some of the looting and rioting spilled over into the city of Minneapolis, where there is hundreds of millions of dollars in damage from last summer's riots. And we talked to many business owners there that have boarded up. This area has been on edge waiting for that Chauvin murder trial verdict. And now adding to the tension is this other incident now where a young man was shot and killed by police here. So
even adding to the tension, that's editorializing, dude. It's like everything is a bias, you know? It's like, what the fuck? National Guard deployed.
We begin, though, this morning with the developing situation in the Minneapolis suburb of Brooklyn Center, Minnesota.
Overnight protests erupted in the area after an officer-involved shooting. Police shot a young black man who then died. State officials say they are mobilizing the Minnesota National Guard at the request of local authorities. The shooting happened during a traffic stop Sunday afternoon a few miles outside of Minneapolis. This comes against the backdrop of the trial of ex-officer Derek Chauvin, which is now entering week 3. Chauvin is accused of killing George Floyd last year, a death that also sparked protests. Let's get right to NBC News correspondent Shaquille Brewster in Minneapolis. So, Shaq, let's start with that officer-involved shooting in Brooklyn Center. What do we know about what happened, and how are the community and the police there responding?
Well, Joe, good morning. Police say they were effecting a traffic stop yesterday at around 2 p.m. They say that when they approached the driver, they realized the driver had an outstanding warrant and he tried to get back in the car at some point. And that's when they say one of the officers involved fired his weapon, hitting the driver of that vehicle. Demonstrators on scene, the family says the name of that person is 20-year-old. His name is Dante Wright. You saw immediate backlash,
Dude, weird.
immediate protest.
The thumbnail showed people like doing this. I didn't see much of that. When she needs to be. I remember this rap, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. There's a funny face. Looks like they've mostly gotten it mostly peaceful to mostly something or other. Dude, fuck corporate media, man. These fuckers just... Ezekiel says, give Minneapolis 1 week before it becomes an autonomous zone. Yeah, pretty much. East Germany looking vibes. He was a pillar of the community, sadly. Yeah. Cool, so this is dispersing for now. But gosh darn it, dude. I mean, when is the trial gonna end, you think? Do you think they're gonna time it perfectly for, like, the hottest summer? Like, they're probably gonna, they're gonna fucking, they're gonna time it for the absolute pipingest, hottest chunk of the summer.
We gonna walk closer.
Stupid maskies.
If he wants to talk, I'll talk to him.
Don't talk to these psychos, dude. Talk to any random. Talk to any random dude on his fucking phone, not these fuckers.
Your friend's messing up your.
Say something, bitch.
Yeah, he wants to talk to him, to me. You got something to say? I'll come to you in a minute.
Oh, you okay?
Sure. No, you were right. Stay close. Stay close.
You got a script for me?
Are you from Brooklyn? Are you from Brooklyn Center? Or are you from around here?
I'm from Minneapolis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So they're just waiting for someone to come through and say some shit. Yo, I was just listening to my Will Smith CD. Oh, they're going away. Why is it honking and as soon as they, what the fuck? Where'd the camera go? What the? Why?
Angry. I need you to cue me. Can you hear? I mean, I've got it.
We can hear you. We can't see you, bitch. What the fuck?
What'd you say?
I don't want to anymore.
You don't. That's okay.
Okay.
It's your decision. It's all good. One, two, three, four, five. Here we go.
I think I'm not seeing a lot of the fucking messages in chat, dude. Dude, YouTube is so shady. Guys, check me out on dlive.tv/dursttheworst or trovo.live/durst. Or Odyssey, dude, everything. Fucking Odyssey, yo. Odyssey. Find me on there, too. Okay, so this is taking forever. Where's this other video? Hold on. Angry protest.
I'm going to take you as close as I can to the police line. There are hundreds of police officers now out here.
Where's your video? What the fuck?
We are.
This is so incompetent.
And it goes all the way around, and slowly, again, they push people back. They
cringe, dude. Angry protest in Minneapolis.
There have been protests in the U.S. city of Minneapolis after a young black man was shot dead by police. Minneapolis is where the trial of the officer accused of killing George Floyd is taking place.
George Floyd,
in this
black
latest
man.
incident, a
White woman.
20-year-old man died after crashing his car, having been shot by an officer moments before. Investigators
Leaping erratically and violently into the car.
Our correspondent, Barbara Plett-Usher, is live in Minneapolis for us tonight. Barbara.
Clive, city officials are saying that this shooting, which may have been a tragic mistake, could not have happened at a worse time given the tensions over the George Floyd case.
Biased.
Police here have been reinforcing their station all day after the protests that took place last night. And the mayor of Minneapolis has called a state of emergency and issued an order for a curfew later tonight. The president, Joe Biden, has spoken. He says he knows that the pain, the anger, the trauma, they're real, but that does not justify looting and violence. So this is an evolving situation.
Partially
but
based
here is
Biden.
the latest.
These have become familiar scenes in a year of civil unrest over police violence.
No.
With every deadly encounter reigniting.
Deadly encounter, police violence. No, lies. Exception meet rule. The rule is, you know, civilians in general, but particularly like urban Blake culture wilding out and doing fuck shit.
A smoldering anger.
There's a standoff between police.
A smoldering, justified, righteous anger. You see this angle? You see, you sense this angle from the BBC here?
And protesters here. Smoke bombs have been fired, tear gas have been fired after a shooting, another police shooting of a black man in Minnesota.
Another police shooting of an innocent black man in Minnesota. Right, it's like everything they say is an angle and
That
fake.
man was Dante Wright, 20 years old, of mixed race.
He's a black
With the city already on edge over the trial of the George Floyd killing, police moved quickly to release footage from the camera worn by the officer involved in the shooting. It shows that Mr. Wright was pulled over for a minor offense. That escalated when police decided to arrest him on a previous warrant. He tried to run. But then, a fatal
Run? Dude, again, man. It's, dude, that's a reach as far as I'm concerned. That's a reach.
mistake, the police chief said.
The officer, while struggling with Mr. Wright, shouts, "Taser, taser." During this encounter, however, the officer drew their handgun instead of their taser. It is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy their taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet. This appears to me, from what I viewed and the officer's reaction and distress immediately after, that this was an accidental discharge.
In the moments before this tragedy, Mr. Wright's mother had been on the phone with him.
A minute later, I called and his girlfriend answered, which was the passenger in the car, and said that he'd been shot. And she put it on the driver's side, and my son was laying there lifeless. And then I said,
Damn,
"Where
bro."
are you?" And she said, "I don't know."
During the unrest that followed, some shops were looted, a reminder of the property damage after George Floyd's death last year.
Yeah, and it was only property damage, right? Yeah, no autonomous zones, no kids getting shot, no thousands of people getting maimed, you know, like dozens of people getting killed. Thousands of people losing their livelihood on top of the fucking stupid-ass lockdown damage. Yeah, dude.
The prosecution is wrapping up its case in that trial. There's concern about what sort of fallout the verdict might trigger.
Yeah, and there's concern over what you fucking jackals are gonna do. Yeah, exactly.
And questions about whether it will impact the way police operate in America. Barbara.
Yeah, you're gonna defund it, you're gonna take middle Americans' guns away, and then you're gonna sick angry black America into their
We have
neighborhoods.
announced several times.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay. You should go on the other side.
Too evil!
Went out, so.
Hey, Faulty, thanks for the lemons, yo. The game music is Donkey Kong 64. I didn't even know that I could receive lemons on Dlive. I thought they fucking banned that for me. But yeah, go check me over on dlive.tv/Duerstream, y'all. So I can receive lemons, apparently. Can you fuckers disperse already? Looks mostly dispersed. Yeah, it's Donkey Kong 64. Expansion pack core, dude. Angry protest. God damn, man. The spin is so fucking just tangible, palpable. So fucking, you know. If you got any video game music requests, Faulty, I'd be more than happy to oblige. If you think they'd be relevant or would fit. She was a screaming lady in every video. Who are you talking about? Big Blake corruption. Yeah. Well, this looks fairly uneventful. I wonder if there's anything else I've left unexamined about this. There probably is. Let's see. Can we find people saying cringy shit? Oh man, that's like... His brother got something to say, you know what I'm
Today in
saying?
Minneapolis, the trial of former officer Derek Chauvin continuing, and there was emotional testimony from George Floyd's brother and from a cardiologist who said George Floyd's death was, quote, absolutely preventable. Here's ABC's Alex Perez again tonight.
Emotional testimony as the prosecution moves to wrap up their part of the case before the defense gets its turn. The jury today hearing from George Floyd's younger brother, Philonise Floyd, describing this photo.
Philonise, pimp, pre-pimping.
She's no longer with us right now, but...
This is all trying to drum up riots right here. Tugging at your heartstrings.
Like my oldest brother, George. Yeah. I miss both of them.
In his final moments, George Floyd called out for his mother. On the witness stand today, his brother describing their relationship as one of a kind.
He was a big mama's boy. He would just lay up on her in the fetus position like he was still in a womb. He showed us like how to treat our mom and how to respect our mom. He just...
Dude pointed a fucking gun at the stomach of a would-be mom. What the fuck, man? There's gotta be... I mean, I'll look in a second. The people in the comment section are probably ripping this to shreds. Given the ratio. But we'll see in a second.
He loved her so dearly.
The prosecution has called 38 witnesses, 10 of them
Kyle Rittenhouse
doctors
game,
and other
hell yeah,
medical
dude.
experts. Today, cardiologist Jonathan Rich knocking down defense claims Floyd's drug use and heart disease led to his death, saying Floyd would have lived if not for the officers.
Do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty as to whether
Felonious
Mr. Floyd's death
McClovius
was
the third.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
I believe that Mr. George Floyd's death was absolutely preventable.
A dozen members of law enforcement have testified against Derek Chauvin. Today, Seth Stoughton, a former officer and an expert on the use of force, summing up what so many others have said.
No reasonable officer would have believed that that was an appropriate, acceptable, or reasonable use of force.
It doesn't
so
matter.
Let's get back
It
to
didn't
Alex
cause
Perez
death.
with us again tonight from Minneapolis. And Alex, the defense now expected to begin.
He didn't
its
intend
part
to
of the
cause
case
the death,
tomorrow.
and it didn't cause the death. That's all that matters.
Yeah, David, and we expect the defense's case will be much shorter than the prosecution's. The judge telling the jury today that they should expect closing arguments on Monday. He also told them to pack a bag because they will be sequestered once deliberations begin. David?
All right, Alex Perez there in Minneapolis. Thank you, Alex.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Jonathan Rich. So this guy is going to say that, like, it was preventable, but...
Cardiopulmonary arrest.
So what?
Caused by low oxygen, induced by positional asphyxia. What caused the low level of oxygen in the case of Mr. George Floyd?
Well, in his case,
low IQ,
it was the
small brain,
truly the prone restraint and positional restraints that led to his asphyxiation. In a nutshell, he was just simply unable, using all of his muscles of respiration, his chest wall, what we call accessory muscles.
Oh, so the rule, so the technicality is that he didn't put it up against the stomach, but he pointed at her head. Okay, well, I guess somebody busted out the pointing at the stomach thing because that's like extra emotional. But the same, if he still pointed a gun at a fucking pregnant woman, it's like, you know.
Muscles of respiration, which are extra muscles that will be triggered in the event that you're having trouble breathing. He was trying to get
having
enough
trouble
oxygen.
breathing. He can't breathe, you see, and my name is blah blah blah. Don't come to my house in the middle of the night. Yeah.
And because he was unable to, because of the position that he was subjected to, as we just discussed, the heart thus didn't have enough oxygen either, which then means the entire body is deprived of oxygen.
So, low oxygen.
He's acting.
Induced by positional asphyxia.
He's leading.
Did you consider other possible causes of Mr. Floyd's death?
Sure. I tried, of course, to be as thorough as possible, but I focused mostly on two other potential causes. Number one is whether there could have been a primary heart contribution to George Floyd's death, and the second was whether a drug overdose could have caused his death.
OD.
So, doctor, would you tell the jury what is a primary heart event?
Sure.
He has heart disease and drug habit.
A lot of things can injure the heart. For example, if you do not take in enough oxygen, that will injure all the organs, including the heart. When I use the term a primary heart event, I mean something that originated from the heart itself. So, for example, a heart attack. All right, one of the arteries of the heart just suddenly got blocked completely, and a heart attack occurred.
And systemic racism gave poor Georgie Porgy a heart attack. No.
Or the heart just, without any explanation, nothing else secondary inducing it, went into a serious ventricular arrhythmia. Okay, so the bottom part of the heart, that part that we were talking about that needs to pump blood to the body, suddenly went into a chaotic rhythm all on its own. If any of those things happened, then I would consider that a primary heart issue, not being caused or secondary to something else.
So you considered whether or not Mr. Floyd might have passed away from a primary heart event or a drug overdose. Did you reach an opinion or conclusion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty as to whether either of those two causes explain Mr. Floyd's death?
Yes, I did.
Would you tell us your opinion?
Sure. After reviewing all of the facts and evidence of the case, I can state with a high degree of medical certainty that George Floyd did not die from a primary cardiac event, and he did not die from a drug overdose.
Cock.
Thank you, Dr. Rich.
Cock. Absolute fucking lying, fucking charlatan, fucking cock, dude. Felonious, McGlovious, yeah. So you type Chauvin trial and you get the tearful fucking thing from his brother, and you get the guy saying, yeah, it wasn't an OD, and you get this. Remember, like, okay, so remember, like, 4 or so years ago, if you had typed Chauvin trial, like, if you were I mean, if you were inclined to watch, I mean, say, a random guy like Sargon or something, right? You would see, if you type Chauvin trial, you'd see content like that, right? Because the recommendations would be more tailored to the kind of stuff that you watch, right? Now I type Chauvin trial and I get this.
Renee, you talked about the catharsis of this. Let's go a little bit further and just let me ask you: is the catharsis helpful? Does it do something good for us, or does it just have a whole lot of people in America say, "I told you so"? You're now seeing what I've been telling you.
What?
Well, I mean, look, for me at least, catharsis implies relief or a kind of emotional deliverance, and I'm just not there yet.
Gross.
The ache of hearing again and again the agony that George Floyd, how he spent his last moments, is just too great for me to feel anything but sorrow right now.
You're so disgusting. You're visually repulsive. You are audibly repulsive. Everything that you advocate for is repulsive, and just like the short 30 seconds you've been on stream. Experts agree. No, I mean, MSNBC experts agree that he died of oxygen deprivation because of what, the meth and the fentanyl? Not the knee on the neck.
And I understand why there are people who can't bear to watch this. And when I wrestle with that myself, I think a lot about Mamie Till Mobley, who was the mother of Emmett Till, the 14-year-old Chicago boy who was lynched by 2 white men in Mississippi. Dude's
bringing up a fucking Mississippi lynching, of course, and like blurring the lines. These people should be fucking put on trial and just, I don't know. Is Kasimbu based here? Oh, okay, yeah. Based soul quotes. Problem isn't that Johnny can't read. The problem isn't even that Johnny can't think. The problem is that Johnny doesn't know what thinking is. He confuses it with feeling. And Johnny is not Johnny. It's John Trail or something like that. You know? The media knows how stupid the average liberal voter is. Yeah. Yeah, it's just fucking dumb.
55. And no matter how badly he was mutilated, she wanted an open casket funeral so that America could see what was done to him. And I keep thinking about that. That's what we're doing right now. We're bearing witness. But this is also an indictment of white supremacy. This is an indictment of police tactics. You hear this testimony, you watch this.
Now, why on earth would you feel supreme over this being? Like, you'd have to be insane to think that you were supreme over this. In your heritage, or in your creations day to day, or your associations, your basic physiognomy. You'd have to be some kind of a just like white supreme pizza, just insane extremist to think that you were better than this. I mean, please.
Video, and you know that George Floyd should not be dead and would not be dead
if he hadn't pounded a bunch of drugs and resisted arrest.
Not for systemic racism and white
systemic
supremacy. And that's what's on trial here. It's not just one police officer who did this thing on that day. It's an entire system that created the climate for George Floyd's murder.
It's not murder, you fucking psycho. You absolute fucking lying psychos. Another black man. Yo, another black man. Alright, let's watch this and then the other clip and then might call it.
You don't want to look at your transcript, but may I approach the witness?
Clock puts a mask on for what reason?
Ms. Hanson.
She was hot before she demonstrated that she puts masks on.
I'm just going to ask you to read the underlying portions in the head. Describe Mr. Floyd as a small, slim man.
Overruled.
Yeah, it appeared to, with 3 grown men on top of somebody, it appeared that he was small and frail.
Okay.
The people who brought us Shakespeare versus the people who Shakespeare's.
There's no question.
Wow. Brutal. Wait, this is a little older, isn't it? Oh, he's a small, weak man. He didn't do nothing. Hold on, let me watch that other clip and then... Yeah, I never really watched this on stream. This was fucking funny. This shows the banana, doesn't it?
To turn now to the latest Derek Chauvin trial. For the first time, we are seeing images of George Floyd inside the convenience store just moments before his arrest. He's chatting with clerks, laughing, even dancing at one point. But it's what happened next. They were shown a series of harrowing back-to-back body cam videos in the courtroom. ABC's Alex Perez.
It's all biased, dude.
Outside that
All
courthouse.
of it. I don't watch corporate media at all. I'm only watching it for the purposes of just kind of analyzing, you know, the prevailing narratives that normies are being fed. You know, just trying to dive in with y'all and suffer together. I mean, we suffer as one. We take on... Collectively, we take on a little bit less of the brunt of it.
Alex, good morning to you.
We plow through.
Hey, good morning, TJ. The prosecution has now pretty much shown the jury the incident from every angle. Reliving those moments has been emotional for witnesses on the stand. We want to warn you, the videos are very disturbing to watch.
Never before seen videos painting a clearer picture for jurors in the murder
disturbed by this
trial of
video?
former cop Derek Chauvin. 61-year-old Charles McMillan, one of the first bystanders on the scene, describing his attempts to defuse the situation.
When I was telling Mr. Blood, Miss Blood, just ply with him, get on in the car because you can't win.
You can hear McMillan in the police body cam played in court.
You can't win. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to win.
Floyd pleading with the officers.
Don't do me like that, man. In the car. Okay, can I talk to you, please?
Based McMillan.
I am claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic, man. Working with me.
At one point, the officers pulling Floyd out of the squad car's back seat and onto the ground. After first witnessing it in person, McMillan breaking down, experiencing the ordeal again when prosecutors played the video of Floyd begging for air and emotionally shouting for his mother.
Oh my
Do you think he wants some sort of like deal for being involved in this and that he's like playing it up for the camera? You know, like he wants some sort of, you know, he wants some sort of ka-ching. NYC's rioting, you say. Let me look that up. NYC riot. Dude. Brought out riot cops. BLM domestic terrorism machines been kickstarted for the year. Right on schedule. Peaceful protests, aka riots, have been announced for Seattle, NYC, Portland, Berkeley, LA. Base suburban black men? Thought you said they were rioting in New York City. Maybe the clips haven't come out yet.
So when you're ready. I feel helpless. I don't have.
Oh, Floyd did point the gun at the stomach.
Let's take a 10-minute break.
But he appreciated his mama so much. Ugh, goddamn. They're a broken, just disgusting people, man.
Break. The questioning resumed.
What stood out to you about what Mr. Floyd was saying when you saw him on the ground?
When he kept saying I can't breathe.
So Eldridge is leading this guy into like tears and hysterics.
And when he said,
more bias detected.
Mama, they're killing me. And they're killing me.
And for the first time, we hear directly from the defendant himself.
I know you know me from all.
Through a conversation Chauvin had with McMillan after Floyd was taken away by ambulance.
We gotta control this guy because he's a sizable guy.
Yeah, and I tried to get in the car.
Looks like he's probably on something.
Why did you feel the need to talk to Mr. Chauvin?
Because what I watched was wrong.
Body cam footage is showing the moment officers first approached Floyd's vehicle, one with his gun drawn.
Put your hand up there.
Jurors for the first time seeing video of George Floyd before the deadly encounter inside the convenience store, looking relaxed. 19-year-old Christopher Martin was the cashier that day.
Yeah.
He seemed very friendly.
These brothers called the cops, dude.
He was talkative.
That's the best part, is that brothers called the cops, dude.
He seemed to just be having average Memorial Day, just living his life.
And he's toning it down because he doesn't want to get fucked with. Are they gonna fuck with this dude? Or whichever dude dialed the fucking cop, whichever dude like called the cops this incident, like, are they gonna fuck with him?
Martin sold Floyd a pack of cigarettes and testified after Floyd walked out, he told his manager he thought the $20 bill Floyd paid with was fake, and police were called. Minutes later, the cashier
Jogged out of
outside
it,
the
like,
store,
shimmied out of
hands
there.
on his head, watching as the tragedy unfolds.
What was going through your mind during that time period? Disbelief and guilt.
Okay. Why guilt?
If I would have just not taken the bill, this could have been avoided.
What? What? These people really are low IQ, man. Look at how he prioritizes just like the sequence of events, like cause and effect, right?
Mind during that time period? Disbelief and guilt.
Okay. Why guilt?
If I would have just not taken the bill, this could have been avoided.
Like what? If you had just not taken the bill and just like, oh, it's my fault because I didn't take the marker to the bill and I didn't, you know. Oh, what the Again, it's low IQ-ness. It's the inability or unwillingness to view cause and effect for what it is, like in relation to people's actions.
The defense declined to cross-examine Charles McMillan. Testimony resumes later this morning. TJ?
All right, Alex, thank you so much. I want to bring in Shauna Lloyd, managing partner at the Cochran firm. Thank you so much for being here again. These videos are just horrific to watch, and they set them up back to back to back to back, essentially, in the courtroom. Is that a part of the strategy to do them that way?
I believe it is. What they're trying to do is take an emotionally charged video and cause the jury to turn away, desensitize a little bit, and just enough that they're paying attention to what the other officers were doing, the fact that George Floyd was there and not resisting, and other.
So wait, they're admitting that it's like tugging at heartstrings. He was resisting.
Crucial facts that they need to be able to see in those videos.
And Shauna, we are in the country familiar with one particular George Floyd video, if you will. We saw everybody's perspective, the bystanders, the police officers, everyone's perspective that day. Why did the prosecution want to organize the videos that way?
Because it gives you a framework. The bystanders were very clear and very conscious in saying, each and every one of them, that he was not resisting, that it was very clear that he was unconscious. When you look at each of the officers' body cams, you start to notice if he's moving. You see that he is not moving. You see that he is extremely still, almost limp.
They told the jury in opening statements to believe your eyes. That's what the prosecution was saying. So how is the defense going to combat what the eyes of the jurors, all of us, saw yesterday?
I think the defense is going to have to go from the angle of saying this officer had years of experience that taught him, and he was taught to hold this maneuver. And that
George Floyd had a banana in his hand.
Under the influence have the ability to come back even if they are unconscious. They typically are aggressive. I think they're going to have to rely heavily on that drug amount that was in his system in order to carry that through.
Right.
One thing quickly.
Which is the truth. So what is fucking wrong with these psychotic people, dude? And he looks like someone like took a shit on white sheets.
What's the significance of us seeing George Floyd the way we saw him in the store yesterday?
The video was a holiday video of someone who seemed happy, was just enjoying and going about. He was not threatening.
I already went over the toxicology report. He was not threatening, but look.
You know, concerning in any manner. He seemed happy. He was balanced. He spoke. It may be a.
So what? He passed a fucking fake bill. The cops rightfully got called, and he fucking fought with him. He fucking gave him shit. And he OD'd.
Little slow, but he was very cognizant and very easygoing. I think that is what the significance of that video shows us.
Shauna Lloyd.
What a lying, just like insignificant detail bringing up psycho. Poor cashier, you did nothing wrong. Like, I mean, Not your fault, not your fault. No, it's the cops' fault. No, it's fucking Fentanyl Floyd's fault, bro. They have no sense. They really don't. Prosecution case winds down and show. Damn, dude. Okay, let's close it out with some fucking cringe. God damn it, dude.
Good afternoon and welcome to KDBD Midday News, Eye on Minnesota.
It's been a tough week for news. There's so much to get into. But first we start with the trial of Derek Chauvin.
Saturday Night Live's cold open this week was a mock local news show featuring Kenan Thompson, Ego Wodum, Kate McKinnon, and Alex Moffat as anchors.
I just want to say this has been highly emotional for everybody, I'm sure.
I thought this was going to be the actual sketch, but instead it's this fucking, like, soy pod voiceovering.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, watching this trial brought back so many bad feelings from last summer.
I know. I felt myself getting angry all over again.
Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's trial will soon enter its third week of testimony. Chauvin is charged with second and third degree murder and manslaughter in the death of George Floyd last summer.
Well, I thought the prosecution did an excellent job questioning the medical examiner.
Sure did.
The Hennepin County medical examiner testified on April 9th.
I don't understand that. What is this content? Hold on. So, NYC riot. BLM protests have been announced. Yo, wow, it's random bass, dude. Will Spencer, The Renaissance of Men. Austin has committed suicide over COVID, from what I hear. NYC has done the same, LA too. Meanwhile, girls are disfiguring their bodies with obesity and tattoos, and like OnlyFans, this, that, or the other. Meanwhile, cities are burning with social justice riots. But sure, tell me progressivism is about progress. It is, though. It's just progressing to. For them, it must be amazing, but for us, it's a race to the bottom. You know. Most of the boroughs have riots, you know, nicer areas. Yo. Base Brie? Or at least halfways. Dude. No, Washington Square in Manhattan is a spot where the Jamaicans sell bud. Huh? Why can't I find any videos of this? I was able to find videos of the other shit. Most recent. Right now, protesters defy curfew. Okay, that's Minnesota. Attorney General Keith Ellison, Mayor Mike Elliott address crowd. Wait. Aha! You ain't got no time for wild fragility, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, SNL used to be funny when you weren't indoctrinated. I feel that. Like I was saying, like Doug Stanhope, Louis C.K., and Stanhope, Louis C.K. What's the other guy? The anti-white guy, fucking comedians. Stop killing us. Blake identity is just centered around being delusional, man. Yeah, Bill Burr, that's the other guy.
It is a civil space according to you guys' rules. Yeah, which means y'all gonna stop trying to put us the fuck out of it because that's our shit, and we don't give a fuck. How much y'all wanna sit up there with your lunch
Yeah, it's racism that nobody wants to be around this LaQuistra, dude. This LaQuistra. Exactly, dude. It's racism.
Looks like they're leaving.
Thank you. Get the fuck
But who's leaving? Who's getting on and on? Hey, Bide. Who's what?
This is interesting. What are they doing? Somebody on the scanner, listening to the scanner, do you all hear anything? Something going on? I'm not getting the feeling that that's the last time we're going to see them tonight.
We go to them. We not running. This is a victory for us.
Hell yeah.
First Amendment nor the United States Constitution. We ask that you respect those. For the few individuals that decide to cause property damage, commit criminal acts, you're making it difficult for us to facilitate this free speech movement for the others that are recognizing the U.S. Constitution and marching peacefully and not causing property damage.
Listen how cucked that... yeah, they're laughing at you because they're how cucked you are, you fucking pig.
We apologize to the neighborhood, the group that's marching southbound on 5 Avenue.
For being murdered.
Near Jefferson Street in downtown Seattle is a free speech
Dude,
march.
joggers are the ones murdering people, you stupid fucking
decided to cause
retard.
property damage. This is not protected by the United States Constitution. We ask that you continue to march
Yeah, you
peacefully.
hear that?
For those of you that have decided to commit criminal acts, please remove yourself from this peaceful crowd and move out of the way so that they may continue marching
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Fucking
peacefully. The rights to free speech and peaceable assembly are guaranteed by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution and the Washington State Constitution. The Seattle Police Department takes seriously its responsibility and commitment to support and facilitate the exercise of those rights in a fair and equitable manner, without considering content or political affiliation, with as minimal as a footprint as is reasonably necessary to preserve public safety and order. We apologize to the community. We apologize to the citizens of downtown Seattle. We did our best not to engage with this group so that they could march peacefully without interfering. Unfortunately, some within the group decided to cause...
Isn't it funny that people are seeing how fucked up the police are that he has to make announcements like this to the fucking community?
Continues to march peacefully and continue to go south.
That's when you know the community's starting to see the police's true colors. When they have to announce shit like that to the community to justify their presence.
The excess noise. It was our intent not to engage the crowd at all and allow them to march peacefully without any police interference.
It's not their intent, but look at all the fucking vehicles they have up there. Look at all the bikers, everything
property damage, and also block the streets, making it difficult for regular traffic, emergency vehicles, and other pedestrians to get through in downtown Seattle. We ask that this group continues to march peacefully.
Hey, Carrie.
We support your ability to congregate.
I don't give a fuck. Oh well, it's just so happy to be a little. I don't care.
Apologize to the citizens and the people living in the area of 3rd and Yesler. It was our intention to facilitate a free speech march and allow the group that is currently marching westbound on Yesler Way and 3rd Avenue
Hear this shit that they're saying over and over again?
of police involvement.
Like a
Fortunately,
fucking broken
someone in the group
record.
decided to cause property damage. We ask that the peaceful members of this group distance themselves and refrain from working within the other group to cause criminal activity or be complicit in the concealing of criminal activity.
Gotta move the car.
He's pressed. They're arresting Press. This is Unicorn right. He's pressed. Let him go. Come on. He's pressed. Let him go.
I am pressed right now. They just said grab that Explorer. What are you doing? I'm pressed. I'm pressed, dude. I'm pressed. I'm moving out. I'm moving out right now. I'm pressed. Dude, I'm pressed. Stop. I'm pressed, man. I don't know what you're doing. I am pressed right now. Watch out, Mr. Conservation Officer. I can't see either. Move around, man. Move around, bro. I'm not doing nothing. I got you. I'll show you my credentials. Just hold on, okay? Okay. Stop pulling. Well, you came up to me trying to fool me. Here you go, sir. You gotta get the light. I can't read with the light in my face. Thank you. Oh, you just dropped something. All right.
Hey, shit! No, I don't know what the fuck that was. Heads up!
Is that rocks?
Yeah, rocks. Rocks, heads up! Watch your heads, watch your heads! They're throwing rocks. People are throwing. That landed on my foot, dude.
Where are they shooting?
I don't know. There's shots fired from over there, and then there's rocks being thrown. I don't know from where. Fuck, dude. That hit my foot. Shit. Just get down. The police are about to start moving in. There's shots fired. You guys can hear the shot. Hey!
I'm right here.
You guys can see the police are about to start moving.
I'm just gonna take cover here.
You guys see the police are about to start moving up. Now they're about to start getting in tactical formations to respond to those shots being fired right now. You guys can hear multiple shots fired in Brooklyn Center. All right, do not, if you're at home, just stay at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are non-rubber bullets, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Static, you good? You need a ride?
Pepper balls. It's pepper balls.
Hey, Static, you good?
Pepper
Here.
balls.
No. It's pepper balls.
Boy, am I glad I'm not out there anymore doing this fucking crap.
They're behind the apartment. I got hit with a rock in the foot, so be careful. People are throwing rocks.
My footsie, whoopsie, toesy, woosies. Got hit with a rock. Police brutality. Cancelled.
Is that woke Nat talking? Oh my gosh.
Now they're arresting people out of their vehicles in that parking lot, you guys. That parking lot we were standing in, anyone in their vehicles are being pulled out and arrested at this time.
Dude, parking lot? Anyone who doesn't pronounce their NGs, I immediately do not trust. Parking lot. Parking lot. Parking. Fucking dude. Ugh.
I didn't have it on. We were standing still. I'm with other press here. We're all good. There's other press right standing next to me. I think they're moving tactically into that apartment where those shots were fired from. Shots came from the apartment, so you guys can see the tactical team moving in now.
Dude. Shit's about to pop off.
They're searching, clearing vehicles.
Can people go the fuck home, dude? Like, shots fired, dude. That's in Louisville, man.
He's got to get his ID out. I'm gonna stay on this side because again, this is they're tactically moving. They have lethal weapon
4.
That's the tactical team, so I'm gonna stay a distance from them.
They have buddy cop force on their side, lethal weapon.
Looks like might be a media vehicle. Let go.
We need to ban divorce. Yo, based?
The tactical team's now moving back to the police line. So the tactical team is moving back to that police line now.
We need to ban women who cheat on their veteran husbands
the
while
state patrol
they're
tactical team
deployed.
So that
Man,
wasn't the National Guard, that's the
that
state
breaks my heart,
patrol
dude.
or state troopers tactical team. Yeah, hell yeah. Especially after the shots. Vehicle burning out in the street. Now they're moving in again. TAC team. They're checking this vehicle again. Maybe not, no. You guys probably have the photos of the year. Tell you what, Chris.
Not right now.
Is it hard? You got a Sony?
Canon.
Oh.
But I got some good camera. 1DX, 1DX,
I've heard Sony has the best dark quality.
It's kind of like.
Dude, that's racist. Dark quality. Can we strip that word from my vocabulary?
I've heard Sony. What do you got? You got a Canon?
Canon.
You got Canon as well.
No. Your ears, did you hear them? Your ears are probably as good as mine on that one.
Unicorn riot now.
Yeah, I do not know. Hard to tell. I'm guessing, like, you know, right down there. So here's the 2 SWAT vehicles coming through as they try to clear the rest of this area. This man is from Wisconsin plates, and it looks like they might be press. They just got put back into the car so they can actually grab something or something. I'm not sure.
How about you just fucking displace? Wait. Frank Nitty's streams all the way up here. Aesthetic. Scanash.
Any kind of slogans and more traffic at this point.
I took care of Mark Black myself.
Here as much as we can be. We also have articles and infographics covering the trial.
What?
Are you still alive?
Am I getting culturally enriched right now?
What we doing tonight?
Although you are distracting from this, let this.
My bad. I'm gonna let that play out. My bad. You professional. My bad. Feel me?
No, but for real, this Frank Nitty guy apparently was arrested for sexual assault. Man. Why is he out?
Minnesota. Another 20-year-old black man killed from the hands of the police.
The police that killed Breonna Taylor is still out here walking.
Still out
here walking. Still out here.
Dude, these people are disgusting, man. They're so corrupt.
Breonna Taylor. Dante Wright. Dante Wright.
Soothing sounds of diversity is right.
Dante Wright. Dante Wright.
I just can't believe any white women in particular that would hear and watch this and be like, yeah, this around me. More of this around me and my family. They're not saying that. They're saying that for you, right? They want your family to have to suffer this. That's the most disgusting thing, man. Did you eat the poo-poo? Oy vey, I wonder out there who's out there that wants these Blakes to get all uppity and violent and in contention with white people and Asians. I wonder who's financing that. Oy vey, I'm kvetching.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How can you be mad? He's standing for our people. How can you be mad when we fight for black rights? We're protecting you too. Protect black women.
I mean, I'm sure people would not oppose to having pizza if somebody was so inclined to do that.
We like pizza and like Netflix, social distancing, contact-free delivery.
Because pizza is pretty awesome.
They keep turning on the light. I don't know what the hell
I wish I could just say, you know, I'm really disappointed that you've lived in this country your whole life, yet you don't know how to speak English. I wish I could just say that without getting mobbed to death. Like, I wish I could just go out there and have, like maybe if I could be put in, like, an armored car or something, and just, like, say that. And just, like, drive away. Or just, like,
Hey, cut that. Cut that.
You want me to cut the audio?
Yes, cut the lives real quick.
All right, I'll cut the
audio.
Riot Heart Media. Dude, why is that allowed on Twitch? I mean, Jesus fuck.
Please tell me that he's good too.
It's toned down, huh? Did they take care of the gunshot?
Yeah, because they really lost their privilege to say they forget it, because when they're around black people, they forget that shit. I don't care if you suck black dick. That's not my point. Y'all need to be about that shit. But we need to get to the other car, so how we gonna do this?
They don't even know how to handle us when we peaceful. And that's what I was explaining to him. Look, we're not throwing nothing at y'all. We're not throwing rocks at y'all. We're not throwing bricks at y'all. We're not throwing bottles at y'all. We're not trying to fight y'all, none of that. That's not what we on.
Yeah, right.
We're not on none of that. So I should not expect us to get pepper spray or hit with rubber bullets. I mean, match the intensity. It's one thing, like, if we out here riding and burning up buildings and running through the store, then by all means, you have the right to throw gas to get people out the store. I understand that. I wouldn't even say rubber bullets. I would say you have the right to throw tear gas, because that's going to make people leave. Like, goddamn. You don't need everything to make people leave. If you go to a house, right? That's like if somebody go to the house, they throw flashbangs through the window, tear gas through the window, start shooting rubber bullets through the window, start throwing smoke through the window, start just doing mason through the window, bear spray, the pepper spray. Like, why would you do all of that? When you throw the tear gas through the window, people gonna come up with their hands up like, I give up. It's so you can't see it, burn your eyes. So while your eyes burning, you gotta get beat with a billy club too, or shot with a rubber bullet while you can't see? Like, what the fuck? Like, it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to use one of those deterrents, not all five at once. They be throwing that shit out like a cocktail. Like, they throw everything on their belt, like boom, 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 boom. They just throwing out everything, boom, boom. One of those things are supposed to be used, and then you're supposed to rotate as an alternative. You're not supposed to just say, I'm gonna shoot the rubber bullets, I'm gonna throw the gas, I'm gonna throw, you know, they do all that shit all at once. And when they do the things that they doing to us in the community, while people are peacefully protesting, y'all wonder why these people burn shit up and tear shit up because they can't fight the police. Y'all see all the shit they got on?
Facts.
What else they gonna take their frustration out? So they gotta take it out on businesses and government and things because they can't fight the fucking police. They got all this shit on.
Because they have to fight someone.
You throwing water bottles at them while they hitting you with billy clubs and tear gas and
he
pepper
has
spray and
to.
shit.
Like he has to fight violently.
That water bottle ain't gonna do shit
they have
to them.
So you always started off saying, no, we're not going to get violent, but now it's like, they have to fight the police, and they can't.
Spears at them niggas. And they was sitting there laughing and shit, running they shit over, bro. Well, no way they was going to destroy that shit with them spears, bro. We can't hurt the police with them little motherfucking water bottles. They can't get hurt with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, man. Who gives a fuck, dude? How about just keep things
orderly? It's just the truth. So when they show this aggression, for no reason, we out there peacefully protesting, exercising our First Amendment right. If they really could make us go, if they really could enforce the curfew, they wouldn't let nobody go. That's why they keep on asking y'all to leave. Hey, can you leave? Hey, can you leave? And they keep on pushing. Because once they push, now you in their space and they can detain you and let you go and drop the charges because you ain't do shit.
I mean, they're like,
that's what they do. It's a waste of fucking time. But it's to frustrate us and deter us from what we trying to accomplish.
I bet his charges are just
but the whole point is their aggressive nature gonna hurt somebody. Somebody gonna get hurt from them always being so aggressive. When them little kids run, I run because everybody running towards me. Like, you gotta understand, we don't run, like, I don't run because the police doing something. I run because all these people finna trample me. Because they scared. They just running. So I run out their way. Like, I run to get back, and I try to calm them down like, yo, 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 while we running, hey. And then they'll calm down. They say, stop running. And then they'll stop. And I'll be like, yo. And then as they see that, though, as you see that, then you saw they got a little bit more brave. A little bit more brave. A little bit more brave. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw that, like, wait a minute, we running. But they just trying to scare us. They're not even trying to fuck us up. They're just trying to scare us. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, okay, pull the speaker out, play the music. Get them to a comfort level to actually peacefully protest. You could dance, you could party, you could have fun and still be peaceful. You could be loud and still be peaceful. Peaceful ain't just quiet. You can have your voice heard and still be peaceful. You can be articulate and be peaceful. Black people can be loud, peaceful people. We just loud. You can be mad all you want. It doesn't mean we violent. We're peaceful
It's
people.
not even just volume, too. It's
so we
like
out
flashy.
there peacefully exercising our rights, listening to music, enjoying ourselves in a peaceful manner.
But
loud
then that's
music
also
is
lends
peaceful to
itself
black
to being
people.
like
arrested
more
loud
in
music
addition
and
to
peace.
whatever crime.
I'm just being real with y'all. We feel at peace with loud music. That's why we love it. When black people, we get in the car, we blast our favorite song. We go to the club. We are at peace when we hear that shit. I want y'all to understand that. So we not, for people that be saying, oh, they do all the stuff Frank Nitty do, it's so loud, that's not peaceful. Yes, it is. It is at peace. Because before that music was played, everybody was on edge. Everybody was on edge. Everybody standing there ready to be on edge. It was a moment where they was enjoying themselves, having fun, remembering that they out there for a reason, and bringing that togetherness back of unity, of love.
I'm accepting lemons over on Dlive. If any of you are so inclined, dlive.tv/justtheworst.
That's why the people march. Because of the unity, the love that's out there. The infight, all of the stuff going on. That's what we lost. That's why it's dying.
Repo guys coming for your character.
Because the love. Yelling at the white people. Yelling at each other. Infighting. Breaking up. Being mad at each other. Separate groups marching. The love is gone. We was out there because we loved each other. Everybody loved each other. Everybody that marched loved each other. This shit dying because the love is dying. We out there and we don't love each other no more.
Getting the love. All right. Well, it's, you know,
if y'all knew the shit that I can't tell y'all, y'all would understand me more. And why I do what I do and why it's so important that y'all share these videos and y'all watch these videos and y'all support what's going on, because y'all to see all this other shit on the media, y'all to see all this other shit with 200,000 views, y'all to see all this other shit, but y'all don't see the real shit. Nobody knows what's really fucking going on. I'm just being real with you. Because you can't see what's going on unless you actually physically go to all of these places and see what's going on with these families and in these cities and with these people marching and what's really going on and have conversations with them for like a week every day, 17 hours of talking to them about what's been going on in their city, who they need fight, you know. Nobody doing that. They hate how much love we have for each other. They hate that. When they see us out there with love, they fucking, when I started playing that I Can't Breathe, that tipped them over. They used to fuck 12. They used to fuck 12.
I most certainly cannot breathe, man.
But you gotta catch the young people first. But when I started playing that I Can't Breathe, they didn't like that shit. They didn't like the emotion, the pain.
Bro, that's
they didn't like the power of us being together.
Man.
That's what they hate about them.
All right, well, that's going to do it for me. Subscribe, upvote, donate. Follow me on Dlive. Follow me on fucking Trovo. Follow me on Odyssey, dude. Odyssey. This is the real up-and-coming fucking site, dude. I'm going to clip at least, like, I don't know, 3 to 5 clips from that stream and post it up here and on BitChute and all that fun shit. But, yeah, upvote the stream, share it out, subscribe.